Today is going to be a standing stretch. So let's start with our feet parallel, directly underneath of our hips. Spread the toes like fingers. So I want you to really think of stretching out your toes. Bring your hands down by your side. Close your eyes a moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do that a couple more times on your own. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your ribs expand on the inhale. And on the exhale, they shrink back in. Have the palms face your thighs. Feel your shoulders melt down the back away from the ears. But feel your ears pulled up on top of the shoulders. So instead of your head being forward, I want you to think of pulling those ears right on top of the shoulders. And spread the collarbones nice and wide. So nice, proud chest. However, I don't want you sticking the chest out. So think of the ribs being knit in. Like you had a belt tied around the ribs and you tighten it, or you're wearing a pair of high-waisted jeans, or you're wearing a corset. Whatever visual comes to mind, think of knitting those front ribs in, but still keeping the chest nice and proud. Continuing to breathe, keeping those eyes closed. Feel the natural sways of your body, forward and back. Feel how the toes catch you when you shift forward and the heels catch you as you shift back. And then open the eyes. Inhale, bring those arms up to the sky. Fingertips nice and spread. Exhale, bring those arms down. Take a little micro bend in those knees. So we don't want them locked back. We just want a nice small bend. Inhale, reach those arms up. You can go ahead and look up towards those fingers. Exhale, bring the arms down. Let's make big circles with the arms going backwards, like a backstroke. Go at your own pace, your own rhythm here. Let momentum take those shoulders back. And then let's reverse that. So still keeping a micro bend in the knees, bringing the arms forward and around, warming up those shoulder joints. And then relax those arms down by your side. Let momentum slow them down. Take a deeper bend in those knees for me. Little tiny bounces. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Still keeping those toes nice and spread. And then straighten the legs. And bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. Lift that left heel off the mat. Left heel off the mat. Really pressing through those toes. Again, baby toes spread out, kind of like a little kickstand, that guy. Heel drops, right heel lifts, heel drops, spread through the toes, left, and then right, and then just keep alternating. Lift that heel, feel the stretch on the bottom of that foot, and switch, switch, last one, and right, both feet down, inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bring those arms down. Bend the knees nice and deep. I want everything tracking parallel forward, as if you're on a pair of skis, for instance. You're just trying to keep those skis nice and straight. Reach the arms out to the side. Check in with those ribs. Are they knit in? Are you sticking your chest out? We don't want that. Pull the ribs in. Shoulders stacked right over top of your hips. So straighten the legs and then just drop. Nice and neutral. Arms are out to the side. Little twists right and left. First twist over to the right, then twist over to the left. Keep your hip bones and your knees and your toes all facing forward. Just your chest twists. The twist starts kind of in that mid-back. And twist over to the left and the right. Left, right, left. Come back to center. Reach those arms up. Exhale, bring those arms down. Reach the right arm out in front of you, the left arm behind you. My legs are straight now. And twist towards the back. Imagine I'm pulling that left arm and that right arm at the same time. You can look over that left arm. twist, twist. Exhale, come back to center. Both hands reaching towards the front of the room. Reach the right arm back behind you. Twist the left arm forward. Imagine I'm holding that right arm and the left arm and twisting you. Still think of a string attached to the top of your head, pulling you up to the ceiling. So your spine is long even though you're reaching towards the back. And come back to center. This is gonna help when you parallel park and you gotta reach behind a chair, you know? Or do we all have cameras and we don't do that anymore? Reach that left arm back behind you. Twist, 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 lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bring those hands forward. Reach it back, other side. Twist, twist, twist. Come forward, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms come down. Let's backstroke. Good. And then reverse. Nice. Let's find stillness. Let's bring our legs out nice and wide. Toes to the front of the room. So still on our skis, but now we're way out to the side. Kind of like the little kids. You see them all the legs out to the side. Although I've never skied, only snowboarded, but I've seen it. So legs nice and wide, tracking to the front of the room. Bring those hands on those hips. I want that low belly pulled in. That low belly is going to support the low back. And I just want you to hinge at the hips. We're just going to get into the hamstrings a touch. So nice, long spine. Hinge over as far as you can go. We're creating a standing desk. We've done this in the other stretch sequences. Use your glutes, belly pulled in, pull the body back on top. The goal is to make a nice flat back. If it's too much for you, you can do any type of modification. Put your hands on blocks, put your hands on the couch, whatever you need. The goal though is to get a nice flat back. If you are in this position, I want you to play with where your weight is. Is your weight towards your heels? Is your weight towards the ball of your feet? Notice how the stretch is different when you transfer your weight. Squeeze the glutes, low belly in, pull the body up. Let's do that again. Nice hinge forward. And bring the body back up. Good, last one. Let's hinge the body forward. Nice standing desk. You can move into your hips a little bit. So just shift your hips side to side. Kind of getting into the attachment sites of the upper hamstrings and right underneath the butt muscle where they all attach. Use that low belly, pull that body up. Good, shimmy those hips. The low back might feel a little tired from that. Okay, turn the toes out at a diagonal now. And I want you to bend into this right leg. I want you to take this left leg and flex the toes up to the ceiling. If you have trouble with balance, you can hold onto a wall, onto a chair, onto a counter, wherever you are, whatever thing you can grab onto. And you're just gonna bend into this right knee and left toes are up to the ceiling. Hands can come to your hips. I'm hinging my body forward. We've done this before as well in the previous stretches. I'm hinging my body forward, so my weight is really heavy into this right leg, and I'm feeling a nice stretch all along the underneath side of this left leg. Really stretching. The more I swing my hips over to the right, the more of a stretch I get. Come back to center. Let's lean into this left leg. Bring the toes up to the ceiling of this right leg. Sit the hips back. Shift my hips over to the left if I want to feel more of a stretch. Deep breath. Good, and come back to straight. So this move is kind of like, have you ever taken dance classes when you were a kid and you're kind of like doing this very hokey, hoe-down kind of movement? That's kind of what it's like, except it's still. So let's bend again into the right leg. Toes up to the ceiling. Shift the hips back. My low belly is always working to protect my low back. And again, I'm swinging my hips over to the right so that I get a deeper stretch in this leg. Again, for balance, you can hold on to anything nearby. I know it's also a little quad work here. And then shift over to the left, bending in, Shifting my hips back. Nice stretch. And then come to center. Bring your feet together. We're gonna stay parallel. I'm gonna reach my right foot out in front of me. So I'm bending my left leg. Same thing, but everything is tracking forward. Hips go back. Pull this right hip back. So you wanna think, pull it back, and you feel a very deep stretch in the back of the calf and the back of the hamstring. So because this one's more parallel, we're just hitting different hamstring muscles. So your hamstrings are a group of muscles. We usually just say hamstrings. And so by doing the different angles, we're hitting different areas of the muscle group. Straighten that leg, switch it out. Left leg forward, toes up to the ceiling, knee up to the ceiling. Shift the hips back. Pull this left hip back. Feel that stretch. Same thing, I'm keeping my spine nice and straight. My low belly is pulled in to protect my back. I'm not arched. Everything is nice and stacked. And come back to center. Let's do the right leg again. Toes up to the ceiling, hips back. Pull that right hip back. Deep breath. Bring the body up, switch it out. Left leg in front, toes up to the ceiling, knee up to the ceiling, hips back. Pull that hip, the left hip back. Nice sound effects. Breathing. And come up to center. Let's lift our heels off the mat, drop them down. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Let's backstroke those arms a little bit. And then forward. And find stillness. Let's make circles with our wrists. Reverse those circles. Bring those arms down by your side. Let's tilt our right ear over to the right shoulder. Deep breath. Reach that left arm out at a low diagonal. Close your eyes. Turn your chin towards that right shoulder. Feel a different part of your neck get stretched. Keep that left hand reaching at a diagonal. And then let the chin fall into the center of the chest. Gently turn your head right and left as if you're scratching your chin on your chest. Find stillness and center. Head on top of the spine. Drop that left ear over to the left shoulder. Reach those right fingertips at that low diagonal. Deep breath. Turn the chin towards that right shoulder. Left shoulder, sorry. Head down. And then release that chin into the center of the chest. Relax that arm down. Again, itch that chin on your chest. Find stillness and center. Bring the head back on top of your spine. Clasp your hands. Place them at the nape of your neck. Lift the chest up towards this imaginary sunshine, imaginary sunbathing. Deep breath into those armpits, into the front of the arms. Inhale, exhale. Close the elbows towards your face. Pull those elbows in towards your chest. You're not actually pulling anything, you're just letting gravity do the work. So do not yank on your head, please. Do not yank on your neck. You're just letting your arms be heavy. If this feels good, you can gently turn your head right and left as if you're itching your chin on your chest, just like we did before. And then inhale, lift up, 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 and over an imaginary yoga ball behind you. So think up and over. And release those arms down, shoulders roll back. Find stillness, feet are parallel, chin into the chest, roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down as low as you can. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Bend those knees, sit down, low belly, and roll up through the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Shoulders roll back, head lifts on top of the spine. Deep inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale. arms come down. 15-minute standing stretch. See you tomorrow.